This week on Full Circle Florida, the American reckoning. Will we elect a king or a president? Our legal expert is here with new insight of the Supreme Court's immunity ruling. Is the president now above the law? Mounting pressure, the questions about President Biden's fitness after that disastrous debate. His interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos to stop the bleeding. Will it work? And will the Democratic Party abandon him or get on board? And on this week of the nation's birthday, what's right with America? I ask, you answer, your voice on the land of the free. But first, let's dive into the Supreme Court decision this week on presidential immunity. It was a big one, and our legal expert, Janae Thomas, is here to help us sort through it all. Okay, did the Supreme Court just make the president above the law? This ruling, I think, caught a lot of people off guard. And now it feels like we're entering unknown territory. How much power does the president have now?
So that's the biggest concern. Justice Roberts specifically said in the opinion that he is not above the law. However, the way the opinion came out, most of the things that a president does now becomes immune from prosecution. So people are arguing he is above the law.
Yeah, because if you're not going to be prosecuted, how are you held accountable if the president does something that breaks the law or is not quote unquote legal? Who's going to prosecute the president?
So in the opinion, Justice Roberts again stated that we're assuming we're in a world where a president becomes emboldened to break federal criminal law. And we've seen we might be in that world already.
What is to stop the president? Because I think this is what everyone's biggest fear is when they project this out. What's to stop any president, current president or future president, from, I saw this on Twitter this week, ordering Navy SEALs to go and arrest their political rival or assassinate an opponent or throw out the results of an election or order an airstrike on the U.S. Supreme Court, any crazy thing you could imagine in your head. What is to stop a president from doing that if they're going to say, well, it's an official act?
So Justice Sotomayor in her dissent used this exact example, and she's correct. There is nothing in this opinion that stops that from happening. However, what we have to remember is that the military and any other official actor is emboldened by the actual law. So if the president is telling them to do something illegal, it's also their responsibility to follow the law.
Okay, so there are some guardrails there.
A few. Not for the president, but for the people below the president.
There you go. When we look at the summation of this whole thing, what is the limit to presidential power in the wake of this decision? And do you think this is something that's going to come up again, and we're going to have to revisit it and continue to define it, or did the Supreme Court just set a precedent for 100 years?
So we have to remember that the opinion only grants absolute immunity for constitutional acts. Then there's a presumption of innocence for official acts, and then there's no presumption at all for acts that are unofficial. So we have to figure out which acts fall into which category. So we're going to be arguing about this for a long time.
Janae, it's never simple, right? It's never easy.
Exactly.
Janae Thomas, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. As we turn now to your voice, and during these divided, complicated times, it's easy to focus on what's wrong with America. But during this week of the nation's birthday, I wanted to ask you, what is right with our country? Hello, friends. Okay, the topic this week, it's a big one in the wake of this nation's birthday. We're going to go big. What's right with America? What's wrong with America? Let's get your voice, your take. Here we go. For a 159-degree day, I have to say there are still people walking out here. Pardon me, sir. How you doing? He's running. I can't catch. No, there he goes. I wasn't fast enough. What is right with America?
We are allowed to have our free speech here.
What do you feel good about in this country right now?
Being free.
I've lived in many countries that don't have that, so.
Where have you lived?
I've lived in Russia.
Okay.
And Belarus. And it is the lifestyle there has a lot of pros, but you have to keep your mouth shut.
What is right with America?
Is the fountain working properly? That seems like a weak flow to me. I'm a little concerned about the enthusiasm of the fountain. I think the fountain has had it with the heat too. What do you feel good about?
I tell people all the time, I feel like America is one of those countries where it has, if not the one of the most opportunities available.
What's right with America?
What's right in America? We're still a democracy, and it's a blessing. So we still have our freedom.
I'm from Peru, so it's in South America. So I know like the stuff you can do here, just overall, whether you're an entrepreneur or just anything you want, it's not easy, but you can do it here. As opposed to in other countries, you can't even do it.
You've got a shot. You got a chance at the game. Let me ask you this. What is wrong with America?
Property insurance. It's ridiculous.
The economy, cost of living.
Specifically, property insurance. It's driving people out of the state, and the people that come in, they're rich, okay, which is good for the economy, but we still need people, more or less real people, to do jobs and not telecommuting to New York or whatever the hell it is. So we're actually trying to work on that.
A lot of people who don't do their research they're speaking a lot, and they're too loud.
People don't give each other the opportunity to learn each other's views or understand it, because at the end of the day, we all want the same things.
I feel like there's a lot of uninformed voices. The squeaky wheel is getting the grease.
Yes, that is exactly how I feel.
You might not agree with somebody's opinion, but respect it.
I'll tell you what's wrong with America. It's too hot. What makes you nervous about the times we're living in this country?
Well, what made me nervous today was I was watching a video where they were talking about like the technology and where AI and everything is going, and I just feel like it's gonna get harder and harder for people to get jobs.
Let's see if these gentlemen who are playing football in the park will talk about what's right and what's wrong with America. Do you still believe the American dream is real?
It's real for people who want to make it real.
If they do talk to me, I'm going to go out for a pass. What's right with America?
It's cool.
Oh, God, now I'm worn out. Thank you, friend. Appreciate your thoughts.
All right,
thank you so much.
very much. You
Take
have a
care.
good day.
You
Take care
too.
of yourself.
You too. Next on Full Circle Florida, panic inside the Democratic Party. Will they unite or divide themselves? ABC News political correspondent Rachel Bay joins us next.